This year, our Stewardship program, This is the Mission and Ministry of St. Mary's, will help focus our attention on some of the wonderful ministries that your financial support enables. At St. Mary's, we are blessed with a variety of opportunities to express God's love while living into our mission of following Jesus' teaching to love God with all our hearts, souls, and minds, while loving our neighbor as ourselves. This video series will highlight some of the ways that we have embraced each other, friend and stranger alike, in worship, service, and prayer, as we seek to live in and share God's Word. Today I invite you to watch the first of these videos and hear some of our youth's experiences from this summer's mission trip to Johns Island, South Carolina.
In July, 17 of us went down to Johns Island, South Carolina.
We went down to Johns Island to spread God's love through helping people rebuild their damaged homes.
Yellow team worked on 2 homes, and at both homes we replaced siding and had to rip all the siding down and paint it a different color. Not a different color, same color as the house, and put that back up. And we built pump houses from scratch, and that was awesome. Learning how to use power tools that I've never used before, super cool.
I worked on 2 houses during the week, and I did a lot of indoor plumbing with the bathroom. I learned how to put in a toilet and a shower. That was pretty cool. And then on the second house, we did some outdoor work, sealing up windows.
My team worked with Miss Ida, and she is a blessing to us all. Everyone on Yellow Team, it was a blessing to work with her. She was so thankful for everything that we were doing for her, and so gracious that, even though we're strangers, she welcomed us into her home.
Our team, we worked on one house. We worked on Miss Ida Robinson's house, and we completely redid her roof because she had holes all over the place. And when you walked into her living room, she had just buckets of water that were just collecting all the water from the rain, and it was hard seeing someone live that way. And we also helped out in her bathroom where she just had a giant hole in the middle of the bathroom, and she wasn't able to get access to her shower or bath or sink or anything. So Miss Robinson is a very sweet lady. She's very active in her church community. She has something going on at the church every single night. She said that she loved to keep busy in her church and just following Christ because she said that it kept all the evil temptations away from her.
Every day at our work site we prayed at the beginning and at the end. One day our homeowner also did a prayer. It was one of the longest prayers that we had the whole week, and it was very nice to see how thankful he was and how much he thought that we were kind for what we did.
On the trip, we prayed every morning before we went out to the work sites and at night when we got home. And we did prayers with the homeowners before we started working each day. And I got to lead a lot of those prayers, which was really nice. And sometimes the homeowners even led the prayers, which was also really cool. And I really saw God through the gratefulness of the homeowners.
Going out representing St. Mary's was a cool experience because we were able to represent our church and see how others supported us.
And I sang at the evening services, it was different because you don't exactly think of singing being a form of praying and worshiping sometimes. I just sing because I love singing, and knowing that the way I like to put myself out there was a form of how I could thank God or speak to God was definitely enlightening.
And what that meant to me, I just felt like we were being commissioned to go out and spread God's love and spread the gospel, and just, like it said on the back of the homeworks t-shirts, be a living example of the gospel and serve others, and just put others before ourselves.
Coming to South Carolina from St. Mary's, we were the only church not from the area, so that was kind of interesting to just see all the contrast between our church and the churches in South Carolina, but also all of the similarities. And in our mission statement, we say that we will help friend and stranger alike, and as Christians, we always want to help even those who we don't know. And we really applied that in the mission trip because we didn't know any of the homeowners at the beginning, and now we have really good relationships with them.
On the mission trip, I definitely noticed how the relationship that we built with Miss Robinson was definitely a reciprocal relationship. How we would serve her just with the basic things that she needed, with the new roof and the new floor, and she would just serve us right back with just prayer and love and support and just anything else that we needed.
I think that it affected me because I realized that I can help, not by just going to church, but by helping people in our community that need it.
You don't have to do big actions to make a difference in someone's life.
I personally saw God on the trip whenever I saw Miss Robinson, she was always smiling and just having a great attitude, and just the little that she had, she was ecstatic that she had at least that. And she's always giving whatever she can, and she's just a great example of a Christian.
Coming back from the trip, I still think a lot about the homeowners that I met there, and it really helps me to put things in perspective. And also, while we were there, we went to the memorial of the AME church where there was a shooting, and that just really put everything in perspective also, because it makes everything else that we worry about in our lives seem so small and God's love seems so big.